Let me first offer a disclaimer and say that anything I am getting ready to say to you has been backed by research and different studies that has been done. None of this is my opinion. I have simply taken all of this research and studies and have used it to determine that I and my children will no longer be consuming Skittles products. Let's just go ahead and put that out there now. Hi, honeys, and welcome back to Mamas at Home, where we discuss all the things regarding clean living, wellness, home life, your overall well-being, as well as the well-being of your family. Today, we are talking about the beloved Skittle. I know, and I'm so sorry. But today, we're going to have to talk about why they have been deemed not for human consumption. In addition to that, we're also going to discuss why these babies here or some of the ingredients in them have been banned in other countries. Because around here, ignorance is not bliss, babe, and you need to know what it is that you're feeding yourself as well as what you're feeding your family. But I do not bring all bad news. If you stick around to the end, I will give you a much better alternative that you and your family can also enjoy. So let's get into it. Now, if you've actually taken the time out to look at the back of a Skittle package and look at the ingredients, you will see several different chemicals, a bunch of different dyes, and then you will also see something that reads, contains bioengineered food ingredients. Now, when you break all this down and you actually do a deep dive rather, into the ingredients, you will see that none of this offers any nutritional value and none of it is good for you. Actually, every last ingredient, with the exception of one or two, is absolutely doing damage to your body. Ingredients in Skittles are as follows: sugar, corn syrup, hydrogenated palm kernel oil, modified cornstarch, which is a pretty way of saying MSG or monosodium glutamate, natural and artificial flavors, carnauba wax, sodium citrate, titanium dioxide, blues 1 and 2, yellows 5 and 6, and red 40. Now, let's start with enemy of the state number 1, titanium dioxide. What is titanium dioxide, you may ask? So titanium dioxide is a white, odorless, synthetically produced powder that is used as a color additive in many foods and beverages. It's used to brighten or whiten foods, restore their original appearance, or it adds colors to foods that would normally be colorless. It's actually used in over 3,000 different food products for no other reason than superficial uses. So it doesn't add any nutritional value. It's not a preservative. They literally put it in your food just to make it look better. Now, the issue with titanium dioxide is that it is a potential carcinogen, and as we know, carcinogens cause cancer. In addition to that, you're looking at damage to your immune system, damage to your nervous system, genetic damage, intestinal inflammation, as well as organ damage. This stuff is so harmful that the European Union actually banned it from being used as a food additive because they could not rule out the fact that it could potentially damage you on a cellular and a DNA level. This is not small stuff here. We are talking legitimate health concerns, and this is what we eat and this is what we're feeding our children. Moving on to the next ingredient. Let's get into the infamous red 40. Now, red 40 is a food coloring, also banned in the UK. I have to stress that because why is it that other countries can know that these things are not for human consumption and yet and still they're on our shelves? But anyway, moving on. Red 40 has been known to cause hyperactivity, difficulty sitting still, talking excessively, and known to worsen ADHD symptoms, behavioral changes, irritability, depression, panic attacks, distractibility, confusion, certain unhealthy thoughts, we'll say that, migraines, asthma, sneezing, watery eyes, skin irritation, inflammatory bowel disease, cancer. It's always cancer because it contains benzodiazepine, which is a petroleum byproduct and also a carcinogen. Mind you, that's just red 40. That's not blue, that's not yellow. All of this is in one particular dye, and red 40 is in a lot of candies, it's in a lot of cereal, it's in a lot of the things that we actually eat, snack on a daily basis. These are the things that we need to be paying attention to when we're eating and also when we're feeding our children and our families. Between red 40, yellow 5 and 6, and blue 1 and 2, these dyes are known to cause certain issues when it comes to the behavioral health of children. You have different activity and attention issues, a learning impairment, irritability, aggressiveness, mental health issues. It's to the point where we can think that one thing is wrong with our children, and it comes to find out that the issue is actually what we're feeding them that may be contributing to certain behaviors, certain poor behaviors, their irritability, they can't sit still, they're jumping all over the place. We used to only think that sugar was the problem. Come to find out, though sugar is bad in an abundance, the other things that they're putting in the candies that we're giving our children are causing far more issues that could linger within our children's bodies the rest of their lives if we are not more careful. Next on the list, we have modified cornstarch. Now, modified cornstarch has been known to cause allergies, headaches, diarrhea, bloating, digestive stress, fatigue, impacts your gastrointestinal flora, Crohn's disease. It has toxic and carcinogen effects. At this point, I don't really feel like I need to keep going. I feel like I've given you guys enough to know exactly what it is that we're dealing with. One of the things that has been most disappointing throughout a period of, I'll call it enlightenment, when you're learning how to better take care of yourself, when you're learning to do more due diligence into the things that you eat, it's also the disappointment of being like, wow, this entire time, I had absolutely no idea that these were the things that they were sliding into our foods, knowing what it does to us, because they're well aware of this. Knowing what it does to us, you live your life so long with these blinders on that when they're finally come off, it's like, wow. But when you know better, you do better. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you a better option because I'm here to help. Okay, so let me introduce you guys to Giggles by YumEarth. Relax, I know. Okay, now listen. Giggles are organic, non-GMO, gluten-free, vegan, and 100% allergen-friendly. Now, these are colored with fruit and veggie concentrates, and all of the ingredients are organic. They are sweetened with cane sugar, rice syrup. They have radish, sweet potato, carrot, and black currant, also spirulina. These are the things that are used for color. Now, granted, listen, it's still sugar, so you're still gonna wanna eat them in moderation. And if your children are gonna have them, don't just throw them the whole bag, because yes, they are a much better option, but it's still sugar and we still need to watch our sugar intake. But if I'm being honest with you, you really can't tell much of a difference between the two. Now, what I will say is when I did eat Skittles, I kind of ignored it, but there's a slight chemical taste in the aftertaste. You don't have those with these. I actually have to stop myself from eating these. I'm actually not allowed to eat them now because I'm on a sugar fast. So once I finish this video, I'm probably gonna put them in my safe because this is my favorite candy. But I want to be able to provide you guys with much better alternatives to where you don't feel so restricted and you can still enjoy your favorite things in moderation. I will also link them down below so you guys can get them. They do have them available on Amazon as well as in different grocery stores. I'll get myself from the grocery store if I'm in a pinch, but you can also get really good deals from Amazon as well. But when it comes to Skittles versus Giggles, personally, I think their name is better. I think it's cute, but there's no comparison. When you flip it to the back and you look at those ingredients, there's really nothing else to talk about. So I wanted to show you guys a side-by-side comparison of the two. You can see over here, the Skittles are much smaller. And when it comes to their color, you can see that these are a bit different than these. They're not all uniform. The colors are a bit more faint because again, there's no artificial colors in them, but they're also bigger. So yeah, just wanted you guys to be able to see the difference between the poison on the left and the better option on the right. So that is going to be all for this video. I just wanted to come on here and tell you guys something you might not have known, because again, this channel is about the well-being of yourself and your family, and there's little things that might sneak past us that you really don't think about as much that I want to begin bringing to you guys' attention. So this is going to be the first video in my foods that are banned outside of the US series. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you have anything that you know about or any foods that have come to your attention, or also any different alternatives that you know about, because I know there's other countries. I know there's other companies out there. Do not hesitate to let me know, because again, we are sharing information and knowledge here. We're growing on our journeys together. And also, before you leave, do not forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.